Ah, one more for the game. Come, sit.
You have passed the 13 gates. And you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here. Yet, I say, turn back. Back so soon? I knew you would not falter.
What's going on, everybody? Pause here and welcome to Hand of Fate. So, I'm not gonna lie, the very first time I heard about this game and I saw, like, the trailer, I was kind of put off because all I saw were these cards, and I was like, dude, I don't want to play, like, another Magic / Hearthstone game or anything like that. But the way it presents itself is, it presents itself as, like, a card game, but at the core end of it, it's kind of like, it's like, they use the cards as storytelling, but there's actual, like, battle in the game. And the way, like, the fighting mechanics work, it's similar to, like, the Batman Arkham series where, you know, you dodge and all that. So it's a little bit easy, but I found it, like, I streamed, I beat about 2 bosses on stream, I think, 2 or 3, and I just had way too much fun that I had to reset my progression that I had and wanted to share it with you guys on YouTube just because it was completely different than what I thought, and I had so much fun with it, and the way the game presents itself is amazing. So, without further ado, guys, I bring you guys Hand of Fate.
The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of.
So, obviously, as you can tell, this guy is kind of like the person who does a lot of the talking. I'm gonna try my best not to try and overtalk him, but the subtitles are there, just in case I end up doing that. Okay, I did just see something that I don't want to spoil. But anyways, the first guy that we're gonna be tackling.
Court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me.
So, the way this works is there's a main card like this guy right here, the Jack of Dust, and it says Jack of Dust. The bandit leader is stronger and faster than most bandits encountered. He can become enraged, making powerful, unblockable attacks. He also inspires his followers to steal gold on each hit. In the ruins of an ancient temple among the eternally shifting sand dunes lives the mysterious leader of the desert bandits, infamous for his reign of terror over any spice caravans that dare take their chances traveling through his domain. He rules as a king over the barren lands. So this is our first boss that we're gonna have to work towards. So he puts that in his little cards, his little deck there. And the way it works out is he gives us our own cards as well.
Let the cards fall where they may. We begin.
So, a couple things you wanna pay attention to right now is the left-hand side is your inventory. There's health, there's food, there's gold. As you can see, we have no gold. The way food works is every single time you move this little you know, knick-knack or whatever the hell it is, little character piece onto like a card, it'll take 1 food. And so let's say we do this, there's an enemy there, we end up taking like 5 health damage. The way it works is every single time you move a card, it takes 1 food away, but it gives you 5 food back. And yo, fuck that spider right there, dude. I'm telling you. Anyways, you'll see what I mean about it later on, so. As you saw, the food kind of just depleted there.
The glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it.
Ooh. We have to go for it. You see a weapon glinting into the sunlight, lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of a canyon. Should we climb down and retrieve the weapon, or should we leave it? Well, considering we don't have a weapon right now, I'm gonna have to say we're gonna go down and climb it. And the way it works is, it gives you 4 cards right here. Obviously, you have a 75% chance win rate.
Options.
Okay, so we successfully went down and got it. So we very carefully make our way down to the bottom of the canyon, and we retrieve the weapon from the ancient corpse. So the way it works is if you do succeed, you'll pick a card from the right-hand side here, or if I was to fail, he would actually draw a pain card on his side, and it'll tell you how much damage you lost. So we end up picking up an axe here, and that axe does 25. During combat, press left mouse button to swing your axe. And there we go. We will equip the axe.
A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective.
It will. Now I have a way to defend myself. Oh no, it's Mr. Lionel.
I was never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here, I'll make an exception.
Here he'll make an exception. Whilst enjoying your evening meal at the local tavern, a strange old man takes the seat next to yours. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with his wood staff to get your attention, and you notice that he appears to be a goblin, poorly disguised as a human. His wizened face grins at you with a hint of madness. My name is Mr. Lionel. If you give me what I need, boy, I will conjure up your heart's desire with this wizarding ward of my own creation. He cackles uncontrollably for a few moments, then sits patiently, waiting for your answer. So obviously, we could give him a food, we could give him bread, but that'll take one food away from us. Or we can give him, well, if we had 20 gold, we could offer him that, or we could just ignore him. But what I want to do is I'm going to ask him what he needs, because obviously he's here for something, but we don't know what for. I need you to help. Mr. Lionel taps his staff at the ground and shield materializes at your feet. There you go, old bean. He smiles a warm grin that reveals all his chipped and yellow teeth. Your face reminds me of my son. I haven't met you before, have I? I don't think so, Mr. Lionel. So with that, he gave us a shield.
Get by without some protection.
So obviously, what you guys are seeing right now is kind of like the tutorial level. So obviously, tutorial levels are always going to be easy, and I apologize if it's a little bit boring and a little bit stale, but I promise you guys that it does get a lot. It gets pretty intense later on down the road. So with the shield, it tells you what you're able to do. You're able to counter attacks, and you're also able to reflect, projectiles such as arrows being thrown at you. And the way you do that is it'll have like this weird little, it'll show you, but yeah, it says to press Q to reflect projectiles. Look for the green indicator above the hero's head. So when you see the green indicator, you hit Q and it just deflects him, or it also parries an attack and then he attacks in as well. So to counter him there.
You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive.
And then it says, then before you can stop him with inhuman speed, he snatches a pickled onion off of your plate and sprints out of the tavern. Later, Mr. Lionel. Ooh, we got the maiden.
Fair Merith. I'm not surprised to find that this encounter remains vivid in your memories.
I have no idea what you're talking about, man. But anyways, we ran into the maiden. One day in a shady forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Merith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? Well, I'm not gonna lie. We have some food, so I'm not really too worried about that. But let's see if she'll give us some gold. Merith seems surprised. It is unlike an adventure to beg for coin, but very well, if that is what you wish. The dealer draws you 3 gold gain cards. Nice.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
I am. Nice. Dude, we just got 80 gold just for asking. The greatest of magical artifacts were forged long ago and have only limited use before their power is spent. Use them wisely, and they may guide you to victory. Farewell, mortal. Bye, Merith. It's nice meeting you, man. I mean, woman.
Every step you take consumes food, but you will also heal as you proceed.
Kind of like what, it was exactly what I explained, so. You've discovered this. Obviously, if you do, like, the way he sets out the cards are completely different. So, like, let's say you found this, but you don't feel like you've quite explored everything, you're able to turn back. But as we've unveiled every single card, you know, we're going to take the stairs, obviously, and we apparently embark upon the next leg of our adventure.
Your journey is well begun. This is what I was looking for. You show some aptitude for the game.
I do.
Perhaps this will not be as boring as I thought.
All right, man, just chill. Dead Man's Gorge.
I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason.
I don't even know what that means, man. While crossing the ancient rope bridges of Dead Man's Gorge, you hear sounds of movement from below. It's an ambush. Draw 1 monster card. And so he draws the monster card on his end, and 2 of dust, basically, the number of, 2, or, X of Z is the amount of enemies we got and what kind of enemies. So here's where the battle starts beginning, and I think this way, like the way it presents itself right here, where it puts on like whatever shield and axe or weapon you have,
your opponent's attacks.
It is amazing.
Counter button when you see the flashing indicator.
So we can go up. Like I said, it's just a hack and slash type of game. So you press Q, just do that. There we go. Bam! Right in the kidney. Ha! So as you see, it's not quite just a card game. Like I said, they use the cards to like tell the story on your about your travels and everything. So, but like I said, when I first saw it, man, I was kind of turned off by the cards. You recover what you can from the dead. The dealer draws you 3 gain cards. Nice. So we got equipment. So we got a shield.
A strong left arm is as important as a strong right arm.
The way the shields work, obviously, it has different traits. As you can see, these both have counter and reflect. So there's no point in me equipping the new shield. It doesn't prevent any more damage or anything like that. And it also gives you things like supplies, as well as maybe gold. No, we got more food. So there we go. Uh-oh, an ambush.
What did you think would happen with a card called Ambush, eh?
I was hoping that we get baked apple pie in our face. A slight rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in grave danger. Draw 1 monster card. There we go. Two more are ambushing us. These motherfuckers. Who do they think they're dealing with? I don't think they know. Bam! Alright, don't you dare steal my gold, dudes. I will be so mad. Kick! Oh, yeah, dude! Oh, there we go. Took some damage there. I wish we could give our character a name, honestly. Or like a trait. While searching for the area for anything worth salvaging, you realize that one of your opponents is only pretending to be dead. Yeah, we're gonna try and sneak up and kill him. So much like the way of grabbing the sword in the canyon there, gives us a 75% chance win rate. Hopefully we don't fail. We succeed. So as equip weapon blow to the head fixes that, you finish searching the area. The dealer draws you 3 gain cards. There we go.
A classical approach to dealing with crowds.
So we got some democles. During combat, press 2 to throw knives in 8 cardinal directions. That is fucking
Artifacts
badass.
provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them.
So that one item we picked up is considered an artifact, and there's many different artifacts as we go on. So we also picked up some food there, delicious food, and we also get health.
Extra health. But
So
it is only a momentary respite.
So there's 2 different type of health cards. There's health that regenerates you, or there's also 5 maximum health. And what 5 maximum health means is it actually gives you, like as you see at the bottom left, it shows you 100. So if we manage to pick up like +5 maximum health, it'll actually increase our health to 105 as opposed to 100. And obviously, you know, when you do take damage, you do run into the risk of losing also 5 maximum health. I think I lost once. Like, I lost, like, 15 maximum health, which is kind of a scary situation because sometimes the enemies that you do run into get a little bit scary as you further traverse the journey here. So we managed to come up upon a traveling mage here. In a shady grove off of the beaten trail, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. Mages sell only specific items that they've discovered in faraway lands. Their prices can be high, but they also pay well for anything that catches their interest. Yeah, let's check out what they got. They might have something. Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you.
If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. the back and forth between resources and rewards.
So the way a lot of these like traveling caravans works is there's three little options here. You're able to buy items, sell items, or buy food. So if we take a look at the buy items here, it does come up with some items. Like we got the Plunder's Cap, which is valued at $44. When you draw supplies, instead draw 2 and pick 1. So obviously these helmets can have really interesting and positive effects, but there are some of them that could have negative effects too. So for this one, Lizardmen take double damage from the player's attacks. Or we got the Dragon Ring, which is while all Dragon Relics are equipped, receive plus 50% max health and full healing after every combat. And we also got Hag's Wraps. Each strike inflicts a curse, slowing in... Yo, I'm buying that. That's what I'm saying. So
it's
now...
not enough that you kill them, you'll curse them too.
Yep, they deserve it. And let's take a look at the food. This one is valued at 1. I've seen, like, there's other ones where you can get, like, 5 food, 6 food, 10 food. It's just different amounts of food, obviously. It depends on what is available at the shop. Here we go. Oh.
You have reached my first champion. A good man, driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forge my tools. Now we see your metal.
You know what I say to the Jack of Dust? Bring
This
it
token
on,
will
brother!
unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
So the way this works is at the bottom of a card, like certain cards, you'll have like these little token emblems at the bottom of them. And so if you manage to succeed in doing whatever the deed is, there's also other ones, not just bosses, that provide you with these token cards. And these token cards actually, you're able to open them and they add cards to your deck. And I'll explain that a little bit later on, as right now we don't really need them. So the Jack of Dust is who we have to go for. So along with Jack of Dust, we also have the 4 of Dust, which is 4 enemies plus Jack. So we got 5 enemies in total. Bring it on, Jack of Dust.
Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counterattack.
And what he means by like that is obviously when we're able to counterattacks or whatever, it shows like a green indicator above the enemy. Now the ones you can't actually dodge are the ones that are red, so you'll see that from here out. Oh. And with that, you want to dodge. You definitely don't want to get hit by him. Oh no! Bail! Oh my god. Get him! Alright, so we got 1 enemy down. So that is our artifact that we just pressed there, using our number 2 on our keyboard here. So once all the enemies are done, you'll see like this little glowing above the main boss. You just walk over it. And that'll be the first enemy done.
Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. 1 champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last. We have wagered, and you have won. You may claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained.
And what he means by like that is obviously with some positive cards, he also has some negative cards that gets put into our deck. So yay! But as a reward for defeating the Bandit Jack, you receive these new cards. So we got the Jack of Skulls, the Dead King's Hall, the Local Peasant, the Devil's Choice, the River, and the Captain of the Guards. And as you can see, the emblems down there, and those are those little tokens that we're just opening up right now. And we also receive these cards, which are gear. So we also got like the medium armor, Chain of Rage, Mercenary Contract, medium armor, Fortitude's Breath, and Desperate Measures. And we also open up some of the challenges. The bandit attack, the goblins, and the maze of traps.
Shall we deal again?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Hand of Fate. So obviously we got 11 more bosses, and the way this series is going to work is I'm going to go throughout every boss is going to be one episode. So the next episode we run into is going to be one full boss. So we got 11 more. So if all things work out as is, it should be up to 11 episodes or 12 episodes. But yeah, this is going to be the end of the first episode. Let me know what you guys thought. Like I said, I kind of went into this not really expecting it to be as fun as it is. It's just like a big role-play type of thing, and this is actually really right down my alley. Like I said, I was had very mixed emotions when I first saw Cars, but it's something you got to dive into yourself. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of this, if you guys thought it was interesting, and if you guys put it off, or if you guys played it already, and what your guys' thoughts are on it. So that's going to be it for me today. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, because it does help it a lot, and I'll talk with you guys in the next episode. Peace out, Girl Scouts.